Good Thursday evening. Welcome back to tonight's episode of Sejam Block Marathon Madness. Tonight we're going to talk about season 8, episode 20, which is called Thursday Tantrum. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, and then we're going to talk about Terrific Tuesday 2, which, hold on. Which is season 8, episode 10 as well. So let's start with season 8, episode 20. All right, so here we go. First, I tantrum, and this is okay. Here we go. And this is 11th grade. So in this episode, he starts out and goes to breakfast, and then he does that. And he goes to Heartland, and today is a preschool day. He is Mr. Hunter today. So today is one of the days with early childhood education, whereas a preschool day, which is Tuesday, for Wednesday, and Thursday. So this is the last day of the preschool week. So, and I'll go over that. So let's go. So they start out with a center time, and I don't remember what Hunter is doing. And remember, the centers are blocks and molybdenum, um, music. There's an art center, a lighting center, math center, and a literacy center. And did I say science center? Science center. And those are centers. So it's center times that all the kids are going to whatever they want to do. I think Hunter's probably doing one of them. I would guess. So. And then, which you'll find out in the clips. And then they go to their circle time or their calendar time. So they do the month, which is September at this point, 2022. And they do the month, the day, and the year, 2022. Like I said, they do the month song, days of the week song. They do the letter song, which is a very famous song, which you'll um, and then they check the letter and then all this, and they give all the kids their daily jobs that they're doing that they had to line eater and other things like that. And then after calendar time, they go to music. And I remember the theme at this point, probably fall or something like that at this point, but you'll find out. It's one of those. Um, I might have to look in the archives to see what themes we had because there was a list I have somewhere. Okay, but I'll have to. But we'll see. But you'll see. And then music. So they're singing their songs, and then they go to literacy. Um, and then they read a story to them, and then they ask them questions. They do all that. Um, and then they do alphabet time, so alphabet lesson. Uh, they go over the header of the week, and they go over the letters and letter sounds, all the stuff that you learned in elementary school and preschool. Uh, and then after alphabet time, it's snack time, the favorite part of the day. Uh, that was when I was in preschool. That was my personally favorite part of the day. And then after snack time, it's physical activity. So they're doing jumping jacks, different exercises. So, and then after the physical activity, they do a themed lesson. So they just talk about whatever, which you'll find out. And probably the number of the week, letter of the week, probably in the theme. You can maybe even read a story. I don't really remember what we did. But, and then they go back to the centers. And they do the closing time, they do the closing song, goodbye, goodbye, and then all the kids leave, Mr. Hunter leaves, whatever you want to call it. And then he goes back to the high school, he goes to the study hall, and then he goes to lunch, Brotherhood meeting, and bonding time at the Brotherhood. But I forgot to mention, during one of the lessons, actually, one of the preschoolers had a tantrum. Oh my God, on Thursday. That's why it's called Tantrum Thursday. Crying, screaming, how little kids are. Oh my gosh. But there is some drama and some craziness with the Brotherhood members as well. So the Brotherhood members are having a tantrum as well. So the preschool kiddos that Mr. Hunter teaches and some of the Brotherhood members that Hunter, the Brotherhood leader, has to deal with are all having tantrum. It's a tantrum Thursday. Oh my gosh. Betraying each other. And Hunter said, I'm enough. I'm gonna sit down and eat. You can deal with this. And then he goes to science. And then he goes to algebra 2. But now Hunter's having a little bit of a mental crash and a little bit of a Thursday tantrum as well. Oh my gosh. Um, so Edwins is having a tantrum over algebra too. And then he goes to resource and he gets help finally with his play algebra work with Miss Oswald. He does that. And then he goes to his history and thank God the day is done. The first day tantrum day is done. He gets home, he relaxes, and then that's it. So now let's go to season 8, episode 10. We're gonna go back a little bit. Terrific Thursday, number 2. So here we go. Where we have some good vibes today. We're not having tantrums today. We're having good vibes today. So he gets breakfast, he goes to Heartland, there's another preschool day. At this point, I think it's the second week of no. Preschool has not started. Yes, it has. It's the last day of the first week of preschool, actually. So here we go, which is Colors Week. So here we go. So they do the centers, um, which you'll see. Then they do the calendar time, and then um, the music lesson. They're doing their songs, and they're starting to get used to it in the first week. Now that the first week of preschool is done. And then they do the reading story time lesson. I'm reading a story about Rainbow and the colors and everything like that. Uh, and then um, alphabet time, we're just teaching basic small letters first because it's only the first week, the last day of the first week of pre-K. Um, and then they go to snack time, and we all enjoy our snack. Um, and then they have their physical activity, and then themed lesson, and then which you'll see what we're doing there. And then they go back to centers, and then closing time. And all the preschoolers are so happy that they survived and they made it through, and all the teachers like Mr. Hunter and everybody and Miss Jenny, Miss and everybody. We are so uh, happy that we all survived the first week of teaching and enjoying the pre-K. And the first week is done. We survived Tuesday, Wednesday, the first Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, please. And it's gonna end. We wish all the kids a good weekend for them. Um, and we'll see them again on Tuesday. Um, And then the bell rings, the Heartland Career Center bell rings, and then they go to the bus, they get back to the school, study hall, lunch, the same old, science, Algebra 2 is kind of crazy, but he's just having a terrific day with the Brotherhood, a terrific day all together. He's having good vibes. Um, and then he goes to um, resource, gets help with his assignments and everything, and then he goes to U.S. history, and then he goes home, and the day is done. And he's is a savage for the rest of the night. But that's it for tonight's episode of Sejam Bogmere from Mana. See you tomorrow night, Friday night for another episode of Sejam Bogmere from Madness. Bye, everybody. And God bless and protect each and every one of you. Have a good one. Bye.